What's going on, Goal Chasers? Long time no see. All right, it's been a while. It has been a while. I haven't recorded any videos in a while. But to be honest, the reason why I haven't is because I hate creating thumbnails. That's really the only reason. And the fact that you gotta switch the camera from portrait to landscape and all that stuff. But I am definitely gonna get back to it and also doing more short form content. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Tashombe and I created this Goal Chasers channel. And it's a channel that I use to motivate people and try to get them moving. And yeah, it's been quite the journey. So I guess for starters, I have lost 183 pounds. That is, I guess, more or less my claim to fame. And so, which I'm not famous, but I'm working on it though. But yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a hell of a journey, really. But I have found a way to continue to maintain and just to keep working, you know. It's very hard. It's very hard, and I have spent a lot of time lately trying to do more marketing and trying to market myself and trying to help people out who need help, whether it's motivation through memes or Facebook quotes or whatever, or even doing videos of my workouts, which you are in luck. I just did one. So I'll go ahead and play that video for you just so you can see what to expect. I put my videos on TikTok. So I'm doing TikTok videos almost every day. That, Instagram, all that. But I will get to doing more YouTube videos. So that being said, let's get into the video. All right, so hopefully you like the video. Yeah, it's just I want to try and put together workout videos for people who haven't worked out in a while. That was more of a intermediate kind of workout. Like I don't think I'm an advanced athlete or advanced personal trainer or gym goer, but or gym rat. But I feel like well, I don't feel like I know I can do some things in the gym. I'm in the best shape I've ever been in, and I'm 45 years old. So that says a lot about my youth. I was all right shape, but I didn't put forth the effort. I didn't have the drive. I feel like as I gotten older, I feel like the stakes have gotten higher. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, I have more years behind me than I have in front of me. So I want to live the best quality of life that I can at this older age. And when I had a lot of that weight on me, I was living the worst quality of life at a younger age, which is sad, you know, like in your 20s and your 30s, you know, it's like I was just miserable, and that's not what you want. You know, that's what nobody wants that. But that's where I was at, and I am the only one who can change it. Now, if you're on my Facebook, you see I post things that are not so politely worded, you know, as far as getting up and go to the gym, but I really am a nice guy. But anyway, like that's what motivates me. Like that drill sergeant boot camp kind of feel is what motivates me. And telling a person realistically what to expect or what they look like, or based on the fact that I looked like that and I've done, like, I can relate. So I know these feelings. I might not know them exactly to a T the way you have them or anyone has them, but I have my own version, and neither version is good. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if there's anybody who's going to tell me, you know, you can do better, it's somebody who has had to go through the struggle to get here to do better. And I'm still a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? I have that 183 pound weight loss to kind of throw around, but I'm not where I want to be yet, and I'm still working towards it. And so, but at the same time, I want to help other people to reach those goals as well. Like that's what the whole idea of this channel is goal chasing. Is chasing goals. And like, you know, I had goals, weight loss goals, and I beat those goals and then had to make new ones because I just don't want to be, I don't want to settle, and I don't want to ever be 443 pounds again. That to me is enough motivation to get my butt up, go to the gym, go on walks, do whatever I can to make sure that I keep these habits, you know. And a lot of it is making things habits, and they say it takes 21 days to create a habit, but I'm like 2 years in, and these habits ain't habits yet. But I do them, you know what I'm saying? It's not even about it being a habit, it's about discipline, you know, and discipline is going to trump motivation most of the time. You know, I try to motivate people and give them hope and inspire them, but at the end of the day, I can't do it for you. You know, you have to get up and you got to do it, and really, it's no better time than to do it with someone who's done it and who's wanting to do it with you. You know, like I did a lot of things alone. I do a lot of things alone, and you're gonna have a lot of days alone. You know, I lost a lot of that weight by myself, you know, just myself in the gym, headphones, and just working out. And You know, there's a lot of people who are dependent on a gym partner, accountability partner, and that's great if you can find that. And if you can find that, my suggestion would be to find someone who's already um, either working towards it or already there. You know what I'm saying? Because they already have their routines in place. They already have their discipline. They already have all that mindset that you want to get. So find someone who has the mindset, so that it's you almost feel like you're letting them down if you don't show up. If you find somebody with the same mindset, you know, the same excuses, the same everything, then you both gonna make excuses and you both gonna end up not doing what you need to do. And at the end of the day, it's only gonna affect you. You know, you're not working out, you doing whatever, it's only gonna affect you. And these are all things that people told me back in the day that I was like, whatever, you know, oh, it's a lifestyle change, whatever, no, whatever. But it is, it definitely was right. I was wrong. It's a lifestyle change, and there's changes that had to be done in order for me to continue on the path that I'm on. And one of those things was, you know, I quit drinking. Now I don't say that I'll never drink again, but I don't plan on ever drinking again. So I don't know if that's a mental thing, so that it's not a restriction. It's just like you know, I can do it when I want to, but I just don't want to, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? As long as it doesn't happen, I'm happy, you know, and I say I'm happy because I've woken up with hangovers and woken up with just poor decisions and all of that stuff. And alcohol just, it doesn't cure anything. It just kind of gives you an escape. And that's what it was for me, an escape. And so, and I indulged. I drank enough for everybody. So, yeah, it's okay for me to stop. And I'm at a point now where nobody even expects me to drink. When I first stopped, then it was always like, but you are that guy. I was my identity, pretty much. And now it's like everybody's used to me not drinking, so I don't even get asked to drink or anything like that, which I appreciate, you know, because I don't want to. Like, I want to wake up in the morning and do things like work out or go hike, or to be able to do those things means more to me than being drunk all night and then waking up with a hangover. And I think that's just growth. I think that's maturity. And I think that's seeing the fruits of my labor and live in color. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, this is much better than that. So I'm not trying to tell people not to drink. I just know, you just have to know yourself. Self-awareness is everything. So if you know you can do it, you can keep that balance, then, you know, do what works for you. I just know that it's not a balance that I can maintain. So, and then besides that, you know, the eating has been good. I don't eat a lot, you know, and I try to make better selections with food, but I don't always make the right decisions. But I know that I'm gonna get out and go to the gym, or I'm gonna get out and walk, or I'm gonna get out and do whatever to make sure that my body is moving. I'm burning calories, you know, I'm doing all the things. Like I make sure that every day, it's become something that if I don't do it, I don't feel right. And so, and it takes a long time to get into that mindset. Some people get into it Monday. They're there Monday, but by Tuesday, Wednesday, they're not there anymore. I know all about that because I've been there. But when you get to a point where you have a lot of time that you've spent doing these things, you just know. It's just like, oh, I gotta wake up. All right, I gotta figure out when I'm gonna go to the gym, you know. And for me, the gym has been, throughout life anyway, it's always been the first thing to go. My schedule changes. That's always a big one. Schedule changes. I had to go to work earlier or stay later or whatever. That'll be my first excuse to cut the gym out because now I gotta wake up earlier or I'll go in later, so I gotta sleep in more or whatever. You just think of these excuses, and it's changed my schedule, and now I can't go to the gym. And instead of making excuses on why you can't go to the gym, you have to give yourself the reasons why you can and why you will, because self-talk is big. Like, I will get up and go to the gym, even if I have to go at 2 o'clock in the morning. I got to do it. Or if I got to be out there or go late at night, I got to do it. This is for me. This is me putting myself as a priority, even though it might come second to work or second to family or whatever. That time is your time for you, and you have to make sure that you set aside that time, because ultimately it's for your health. You feel like if I don't set or if I miss a workout, at least I'll be able to go to this and go to that. Well, as your health deteriorates, then you won't be able to go to this and that, and it's not going to be an option. So it's better to try to figure it out while you have the opportunity. For me, it was scary because, pre-diabetes and high cholesterol, high blood pressure, all the different things, sleep apnea. And, it's like I did this to myself. And in order for me to change that, I have to make the change. I have to be the change. And it's been interesting. It's been very interesting. And then once you become, that person who's in that mindset, then people will follow. People love seeing a success story. People love seeing, you lose weight. The only problem is they want to lose it through you. They want you to do the work and them to lose the weight. Don't quite happen like that. So they'll be like, how'd you do it? And before you start answering the question, they've already moved on to the next conversation, because they don't really care how you did it. They just want you to do it for them, and that's not possible. So, but there are people who definitely will show out with you. And if you're one of those people, I appreciate that. If you're not one of those people, hey, let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad to me that it took so long for me to get it. And, I got out the Navy, I was 27, and I got out because of weight. And if I had this drive that I have now, there's no way that I wouldn't have retired out the Navy. But you just make bad choices. I made bad choices, and here I am now, older, but better than ever. And I love it. I love it. I mean, I wear the same size clothes that I wore in high school. I wear smaller clothes than I wore in high school, which was never the goal, but I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel great. I feel I look great, and I want to do great things, and I want to bring people along with me. Now, with that being said, I can't help people who don't want to be helped. So I make an effort to do a channel and be places and do things, but I don't want to sacrifice my progress to make someone else feel better, if that makes sense. Some people want to bring you down because they're down. And for me, I've been there before. I've lost weight before, never this much, but I've lost weight before and had people looking at my Facebook like, "Ooh, I want to do this, and I want to do that," and I really believed that my mission was to help the people and be there because they said they were going to be there. And when I would show up and they didn't show up, it let me down. And I took offense to it. And it eventually led to me stopping. And next thing you know, all the weight was back. Next thing you know, I'm eating, I'm drinking, I'm doing all the bad things because I gave up on what I thought was I was giving up on them because they pissed me off. When actually, I did exactly what those people wanted me to do. They wanted me to stop, they wanted me to drink, they wanted me to do all that stuff. I did exactly that. I don't do that no more. So like if I'm going hiking and I'm gonna be there at 7, if you're not there at 7, then you can see me at the top or you can see me at the middle or whatever, but I'm not gonna slow my progress down to benefit someone else because it's just not me anymore. It's not me anymore. And I suggest that, that is the mentality you have to have, because people will, hey, I'm running late, I'll be there whatever time, oh my goodness. And then, they'll get there so late, they'd be like, you know what, it's already too hot to do this hike. Why don't we just go get something to eat and just chill? And that just took away that workout from you. That just took away that experience from you. And now you go do what they want to do, which was the plan the whole time. So again, what I'm saying, not being, mean to people, but you have to definitely make sure that you get the things done that you want to get done, because there's going to be plenty of roadblocks that's going to stand in your way. But you have to be the change that you want to see in other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to see anybody struggling. I used to love that with, I used to go to a boxing class and they used to wear me out. But for some reason, the struggle brings people together. So there was people in that class who would walk with me or try to encourage me to continue running, or encourage me to do another push-up or sit-up, or they were really invested in seeing me do better. And that's weird, because I'm the same way. If I see someone, I know I was doing I don't know what the distance was, but it was the last year for 4th of July. And so the run was 7.4 miles. And towards the end, I noticed a female. She was walking and running, walking and running. And I ran the whole thing very, very slowly, which doesn't matter. It was a run. It doesn't matter. It don't matter how long it takes you to run that distance. The distance stays the same. So I did the 7.4 miles. But anyway, she was just kind of struggling to continue running. And so I kind of ran up beside her and was like, come on, we got this. We got this. We can do this. And because she saw me doing it, and I was giving her that fuel, kind of talking to her a little bit, we got to the finish line, and that was it's a good feeling to help people out. And I've done that a few times. Like, a lot of times I see the big guy and they don't think he can do that stuff, but big guy can do that stuff. So, and I'm not as big anymore, which is weird too, but yeah, it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, none of that hindered me from reaching my goal. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not quite sure what this video was supposed to be about, but I figured I'd talk about, things that have been going on. Tomorrow I'll have a Spartan Mile I'll be doing in Wildemar at Default. I think it's called Default Fitness. And I haven't done one. I haven't done any Spartan events this year. So this is going to be the first one that I'll be participating in this year. The goal was to maintain a certain level of fitness so that at any point in time, I can sign up for something like this and know that I won't fail, and not even fail, know that I won't do bad. Know that I won't struggle like I struggled in the beginning when I first started doing them last year. So I feel that I have maintained. I do weigh less than I did when I did it the last time, which was last year sometime. But I feel like I'm stronger. I feel like I'm faster. I feel good. So I'm not as worried about it as I was last year. Last year I was really like, oh my gosh. But I feel like I'm going to go out and put on a good performance, and from there I feel like I need those challenges again. Not necessarily need. I just feel like doing them for fun. Last year I did them to create the habits I needed. But I spent a lot of money creating those habits, and I ain't trying to spend all that money right now. So I think I'll do maybe something like once a month or twice a month, maybe at the most. But just challenging myself, keeping my eye on the prize, and building muscle, burning fat, and just collecting medals. But and besides that, I'm just, I try to make sure I stay in the gym, stay on the grind, and keep moving forward. And so I am looking at trying to tell my story in other avenues. I do want to do a podcast. I want to do a lot of different things, which will be coming out as I do more and more. But I will definitely do more YouTube, and hopefully reach people who need to be reached. So that being said, I'm pretty sure I talked pretty long. So if you're out there doing your thing, keep chasing those goals, embrace the pain, enjoy the process, and respect the gains. And I'll see you at the next video.